Welcome to the Dentrix Office Manager blog, and today I want to show you a video just because there could be a lot of differences between the way you set it up in your system and the way that I have it filtered in my system, and I felt like it was just going to take me too long to write it all out in a blog post, so I'm going to show it to you in a video today. This is assuming that your practice is on G6. This is a new feature in G6, and I think it'll transform the way you run your continuing care list. So let me show you a new way you could run a continuing care list. If you go to your Office Manager and go to this Custom Letters and Custom Lists, click on your continuing care, and I created a new one here called Continuing Care Overdue. And you could probably use any of the lists in your list here. You could probably use any of the titles here, but I created kind of a new one just called Continuing Care Overdue. And click Edit, and then you get this very similar view. If you've ever used any of the Dentrix letter merge, or if you've ever done a patient report by filters, this might look very familiar to you. And so what I want to show you is how you can create a continuing care list through this new list manager, and I absolutely love it. First thing I want to show you is how you can get the data fields, the columns on your report. So over here on the data fields, you'll notice that I have checked last name, first name, preferred name for my patient information. And I have selected appointment date, reason, provider, last missed appointment, because maybe you want to see what their last missed appointment was. And this will show you if the patient is scheduled for another appointment, like maybe a crown prep or some fillings or something. And then under continuing care, I have selected the continuing care due date, the continuing care type, and the continuing care note. And I want to show you where that note comes from. And that's all I've selected here for my list manager. Now over here under continuing care, I'm going to select my due date range. I selected a pretty big range just because I don't have a live patient base in here. I have some just test accounts in here. So, and I've selected perio and prophy. Now the cool thing about this list manager is you can put your perio patients and your prophy patients onto one list. I don't know if you are using the Dentrix Continuing Care report, but on the Continuing Care report, if you do like a temporary view, you know, either you click all and you get bite wings and perio and you get prophies and everything on your list, or you can only select one at a time. One thing that I really like about this list manager is I can put my perio and prophy patients on one list. So I love that feature. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to click OK. And then I'm going to click on Open List Manager right here. This is a new feature in G6. And this is what my report comes up with. I have my 3 patients in my database. These 3 patients are not scheduled for anything in the appointment book right now. That's why there's no data in these 3 columns. The continuing care due date, I'll scroll over here a little bit. Continuing care type, these 3 patients are due for prophies. And this continuing care note, I think, is the most awesome thing ever. So this continuing care note comes from the motivational note on the continuing care box on the patient's family file. And I think that this could really transform the way that you make continuing care calls on overdue patients. So let me show you where that continuing care note comes from. If you go to your patient's family file, if you open up the continuing care box and click Edit, see this motivational note right here? Most people don't even know that that exists. But if you have used this before, maybe you're using it because it goes onto the postcard, but now what I found out today, I was super excited, is that that motivational note will actually come up on my list manager report. So now when I'm calling Joey here, that's overdue for his prophy. Well, he's not really overdue, but if I was calling Joey, I can open up my office journal. For those of you that have been reading my blog for a while, you know that I love the office journal. So now I can call up Joey, I can open up his office journal, and I could make a call, and my conversation might be something like, hey Joey, I know that you're overdue for your checkup and cleaning. I'm just calling to get you scheduled. And he might say, oh, I'm just going to kind of put it off. But see where I have this note right here? Well, it looks like your hygienist really wanted to make sure that she checked that stain on your teeth that was being caused by your meds. And she just wanted to make sure that your teeth are clean and healthy. So she just wants to make sure that you stay on time. So this motivational note can be a quick little piece of information that comes from the hygienist, but it's a value-added tool that your front office team can use to get those patients, those overdue patients, back in your schedule. So like this one, I put sucks on a lot of mints, so maybe there's a possibility of watching out for decay at the gum line. This one I put in here, check sensitivity on the lower left. So these are just quick little pieces of information that can show up on this list manager when you are calling your overdue patients. I think this list manager could actually replace the continuing care report. I think it's fantastic. So have fun playing with it. If you need to rewatch this video and see how to do it again, be my guest. And happy continuing care hunting.